What a year 2023 has been, guys, for companies that go woke. When you go woke, you will go broke. I believe, folks, that we're actually winning this culture war here because the whole Bud Light thing has exposed a bunch of companies and their wokeness, whether it be Target or something like that. Target has taken a hit. Bud Light is in the tank. This company is dead, man. I said that there is no way that Bud Light could ever recover. And I'm sticking by that as of right now. We'll get into more of this here in just a second. But Anheuser-Busch InBev is not an American company. It's owned by some European company, I believe, Sweden, somewhere around there. I don't know exactly. But the company is not American anymore. But when it comes to drinking beer, beer is very, very American. It is one of the great unifiers of people. Regardless of what you actually believe in, people can actually sit down, have a beer, and have a conversation. But the whole Dylan Mulvaney thing kind of changed all that. The game has changed now. Bud Light got super duper political. Anheuser-Busch got super duper political. And there was a whole bunch of backlash. They know they messed up. The CEO pretty much came out and said, yeah, this whole Dylan Mulvaney thing, yeah, it's destroyed us. And good. You should be destroyed for that. Why would you actually go out there and do that? Dylan Mulvaney's core audience is children. Do you advocate for little boys, little girls going out there and drinking? Obviously so, because that is the core audience of Dylan Mulvaney. And now, bars out there, they're just taking Bud Light out of there. Anheuser-Busch overall. I mean, Yuengling, that beer is on the rise. Modelo Especial. Now you may be thinking, hey, that's Bud Light or Anheuser-Busch as well. No, it's not. Not here in the United States. It is actually owned by a company in New York. It is not owned by Anheuser-Busch. Now the poison that is Anheuser-Busch is dead, man. It's dead. But however, Billy Busch, who is the heir of the Anheuser-Busch family, the Busch family, he probably actually has a pretty good idea to actually save Bud Light. I didn't actually think of this, guys. Now, he was actually on with Tommy Lauren of Outkick. And also, you know, he said the same thing to Benny Johnson also as well. His idea is to sell it back. Yeah, sell it back to his family. His family doesn't have any involvement now because I believe he got sold off a while ago, guys. But look here on Outkick. Billy Busch urges InBev to sell Bud Light brand back to his family. Yeah, I believe this is probably the only thing that could actually save Bud Light, because Billy Busch has been pretty vocal about the wokeness out there. He's against all that stuff. He says that InBev, they don't understand the core audience of Bud Light. He's right about that. I like what he's saying here. His family, I believe, is probably the only saving grace to right the ship of Bud Light. Because as of right now, guys, I already said that Anheuser-Busch, they need a rebrand. They're going to have to drop the whole Bud Light name. And I'm pretty sure you know that Billy Busch probably wouldn't be happy with that. But if there's a way to actually save Bud Light without changing the name, sell it back. Now, Anheuser-Busch, they've already sold like 8 brands underneath them because they've lost so much money. One way to actually save Bud Light is to sell it back. And I believe that the Busch family could actually go out there and say, hey, this is Bud Light. We're not that other company. We're pro-American. We would never, ever do what Anheuser-Busch did. Forget about that. Those days are over with. And I believe that is the way to get people back. New ownership. Bring it back to the original owners. It says here, Billy Busch joined Outkick's Tommy Lauren to talk about why Bud Light owners InBev should sell the ailing brand back to his family. Busch appeared on the latest episode of Tommy Lauren is Fearless to discuss the mistakes that led to boycotts of what was once the most popular beer in the United States. Yes, it was number one. Last time I checked, guys, I believe it was like number 14. This damage is severe, man. Severe damage. The Busch family sold Anheuser-Busch to InBev in 2008. So it's been almost 20 years, 15 years, something like that, which made Anheuser-Busch InBev as it became the largest brewer in the world. However, Busch pointed out to Lauren that the company is out of touch with American beer drinkers. He's right about that. Busch was asked whether ill-fated decisions to move away from the brand's Friday base were made by InBev as a company or by one person within the organization. I'm just going to go ahead, guys, and just play this clip right here so you guys can actually listen in, because I believe he's right on the money with this. Let's go ahead and listen in to Billy Busch here.
When it comes to marketing and saying moving away from a Friday base, is that InBev in general, or is this one person? It doesn't seem like they've cleaned house to get rid of people that think that way, that really just don't like their customers, to be honest.
Well, that goes against being inclusive to get away from the Friday drinker, right? So that's a big mistake. Yeah, I think InBev doesn't understand who their core drinker is. It's a Brazilian-based company that really doesn't live here in America. My family and family reigns. I talk about the history of my family. One of the things they did, they got out on trucks. They got out and met with their customers. They knew who their drinkers were. They were with the bar owners and the restaurant owners and the liquor store owners, and talking to these people day in and day out. Even my dad at 89 years old, 90 years old, he was still going to the bars selling Budweiser back in those days in the 80s. And so, we always cared very, very much about the people in America. What made this company great was America, of course. And, when you are a foreign company and you rely on these woke students that are coming out of these woke colleges to do your advertising for you, you're making a big mistake. You need to go out there and understand who your core customer is. And I urge that company, InBev, if they don't want that brand any longer, sell it back to the Busch family, sell it to me. I'll be the first in line to buy that brand back from you, and we'll make that brand great again.
Wow. Kind of sounds like make America great again. But in this case, they're going to make Bud Light great again. Yeah. He came out, he trashed Anheuser-Busch. Yep, they're out of touch, man. They do not understand their customers. And when you don't understand your customers, you don't have any customers. And guess what, guys? If Anheuser-Busch InBev actually sells back to Billy Busch and his family, boy, the woke left is going to be outraged. I would love it, guys, if it was actually sold back to the Busch family. I would love it. The left would absolutely melt down, because they know, based on the way Billy Busch is, there will be no wokeness, no politics involved in beer, not with Bud Light. So I believe this absolutely needs to happen. Now, will it happen? I'm not really sure, to tell you the truth. And this is the bad thing, man, about selling products to other companies, things that you love, like George Lucas when he sold Lucasfilm Star Wars to Disney. I'm pretty sure he has regrets about that, considering what they've actually done with Star Wars. Just like the Busch family, they are witnessing the destruction of their beer right before their eyes. Super duper fast, man. Super fast. But guys, what do you think of this? What do you guys make of Billy Busch demanding that, hey, Anheuser-Busch InBev, you don't want the beer? Sell it back to me. I like that. That's going to be the only way, I believe, to actually save the dying brand. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we will catch you next time.